we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
We have a leak. Hey guys, my name is Bonnie. This is Artist in a Garden. Back in my greenhouse today. I've added running water out here in the greenhouse. So in one of my previous episodes, we built the sink and we got it all ready to hook up to some running water when it got a little warmer and we were able to turn on our outdoor water and our outdoor hoses. So we worked on this a couple of days ago. It was still pretty cold, but we got our hoses hooked up and ran the water to the faucet out here in the greenhouse.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Well guys, today is the day we are adding some water to the greenhouse. I'm dressed for winter right now because it is freezing. We just had snow this morning. We've waited until the sun came out this afternoon. But it might be a little cold to be turning on our water just yet. Hopefully we don't have any more really cold to freezing nights. So today we are going to run the hose back out into my garden that I usually have out here and get it hooked up. And we're running a line from the connection here in the garden over to the greenhouse, which then will connect to the lovely little sink that I've added to the greenhouse. So we've had to replace an end on a hose already. It was a wet, messy job, but I think we finally have the original connection back together from last season. And now we are going to run some new connections, some new hoses to the greenhouse. My name is Bonnie. This is Artist in a Garden, hooking up water to the greenhouse today.
We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
There's a leak. So one of the first things we did when we were working on this the other day was install the drain. So the drain, we just used a couple of different pieces we found again at our local Home Depot hardware store. I picked up a washing machine drain and used that piping to go outside. I have it just draining into a bucket. Excess water, I can always use it to water the garden if I need some water to supplement some of my watering out there. So I am saving any of the water that comes down through the drain in the sink into a bucket outside. But the first steps we did were some drilling. We drilled some holes in the bottom of the frame of my greenhouse to run the piping through. So now we have to run a hose, make a hose from this hookup. We're going to follow the electrical same way through the garden over there to the back end of the greenhouse. So then we will actually have running water hooked up to the greenhouse. Yay! And Jax is our lovely helper today. Aren't you, Jax? You're a big help. You've got the water bottle for us? So we're just using this old hose that we had on this reel and we're just cutting it into sections of hose that we're going to need. So we've run the first section from the inside of the greenhouse down through the hole that we cut in the bottom of the frame of the greenhouse, and that'll stay there permanently. We're just now doing a hookup to a hose that will disconnect in the fall and in the winter, and it's probably about, what do you say, 20 feet?
I'm cutting about 25.
25.
Just rather more than less.
Better to be too long than too short.
That's what she said.
Now we have our assortment of ends and bits here that we can add
And some hose clamps.
at the end. So once we had the access for the hoses to go into the greenhouse for the water and out of the greenhouse for the drain, we hooked everything up and got it as leak proof as we can. The one nice thing about working in a greenhouse is it's meant to get wet, or nothing in here really matters if it does get wet. So working on different fittings, we had a lot of different leaks to work through, and if anybody's dealt with a drip system or hooking up water, you know what I mean. We'll try the warm water trick for the end of the hose here.
You are a mom. How many times have you been made dirt pies, dirt tea?
Dirt tea for everyone.
It is dirty. Much easier.
Connected. Well, let's see if this leaks out here first. Oh, we got a blowout in the greenhouse. And we got a leak here. We got a leak in every spot. Easter Sunday, I don't think anything's going to be open. Hey Google, is Canadian Tire open on Easter Sunday?
Canadian Tire is normally open on Sundays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but these hours may be affected by Easter.
Maybe tomorrow. So it took us a few tries to get it all hooked up and get it running correctly. I think the setup that we've managed to figure out right now is going to work the best. We can always change it if we need to, but our main supply comes in on this hose and it's just attached with a quick connect. So we used a piece of hose and cut it to the length that we needed it, ran it into the greenhouse, used a quick connect onto a what do you call these things? Splitter on the hose. So I've got the main water supply in. I've got just a hookup here with a regular hose, which I just have my watering wand attached to so that I can just bring this outside and water any of the planters that I have outside, which I will be working on shortly. So I do have a hookup for a regular watering wand. So that is one of the hookups. The main hookup to the sink is this braided hose here. So we've got it hooked up and turned on. The next hookup I'm working on is a drip system. So I would like to get a few things automated in here and on a timer. So I am still working out the kinks on a drip system. And if anyone has any tips or tricks on how to set up a drip system, leave me a comment below and let me know what drip system you've tried to set up, how to get it so that it doesn't leak or go all over the place. Anyways, that'll be one of my next projects, is getting my drip system irrigation set up on a timer and running. And then I still have one port here open for anything else that I want to add. But the main function is the sink with running water. And it works great. What a game changer it is to have running water in here in the greenhouse. I'm excited to get potting up some of my plants, and I'll keep you updated on how things are growing here in the greenhouse. My name is Bonnie. This is Artist in a Garden. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.